So I'm sitting here with this Sig P320. It's a great gun, but for concealed carry, it's worthless if you don't have the right Sig P320 holster. Now, there's no such thing as a holster that'll work for everyone. But over the years, we've learned from our customers' feedback what makes a great holster for concealed carry for both behind the hip and appendix carry. A comfortable Sig P320 holster is going to be rounded and sit comfortably against your body. Most Sig P320 holsters aren't rounded and have sharp and pointy edges. There was one time I was testing out this holster and I decided to go to Chick-fil-A and grab a milkshake. I was doing 72 miles an hour in rush hour traffic and the pain from the holster just became unbearable. There was no way I could safely get the holster off without pulling over on the side of the interstate, which I wasn't gonna do, so I just had to deal with that pain. That's why it's very important to have a holster that's comfortable to wear when you're sitting like I am right now. I've had holsters where I couldn't do simple tasks like tying my shoes or bending down to grab something without extreme pain. Now, the way we've rounded this holster, you can do those tasks and you'll notice it's there, but it's not going to cause you extreme pain. Clint Smith said, carrying a gun shouldn't be comfortable, it should be comforting. And while that's true, that doesn't mean that your Sig P320 holster has to be uncomfortable. The second concealed carry holster I ever bought had the option for you to choose the ride height and the cant the holster came with. The problem was, at that time, I didn't know what ride height and cant would work for me and that gun. That's why the Infiltrator has the ability for you to use slots to adjust the ride height by 3/4 of an inch and adjust the cant by up to 30 degrees. That 30 degrees of cant really comes in handy when you're carrying the gun behind the hip. We ship the holster without the clip mounted so you can easily adjust your ride height to fit you. If you're not willing to put the time in to adjust the holster to your body, then this probably isn't the holster for you. A couple of Sig P320 holsters out there right now do have limited adjustment, but unfortunately they're using round hardware. Round hardware can become stuck very easily. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent trying to get round hardware unstuck inside of holsters. It's oftentimes impossible unless you have an angled screwdriver, which most of us don't have. It's difficult even if you do have the right tools. We used to get a ton of emails from customers experiencing this problem. So we listened to what they said and we designed channels inside the holsters that fit square nuts that won't rotate when you're tightening or loosening the screws. So it makes adjustment simple and easy. When I first started carrying concealed, keeping the gun hidden was very difficult because I didn't know how to choose the right holster. After doing some research, I found some holsters that use something called a wing. A holster wing is a device that uses force from your belt or waistband to push the grip of the gun into your body. They are most commonly used for appendix carry. Like every other holster company, we started out selling generic bolt-on wings. We used to get complaints from customers about discomfort and also the wings getting caught underneath the belt or waistband, making the holsters hard to get on and off. We listened to our customers' feedback and designed a snag-free wing that doesn't catch on the belt or waistband and also doesn't add width to the holster. It also makes the holster much narrower and more comfortable for appendix carry. Like all things, our built-in wings aren't perfect. They do add a little bit of extra bulk when it comes to the height of the holster. At appendix, this is no big deal, but if you're carrying behind the hip, it can make the holster feel a little bit bulky, and if you don't need that extra bit of concealment, then this holster isn't for you. A couple of years back, a detective reached out to us because he needed a holster that would work without a belt. The holster he was using at that time is from a popular manufacturer and used a metal clip, and it would come out with the gun when he drew. This is obviously unacceptable. Discreet Carry Concepts makes the best and most secure clips on the market, so that's what we use on our Sig P320 holsters. It's so secure you can use it with or without a belt. The downside of this clip is it's going to be rough on clothing or low quality concealed carry belts, but it's truly the only secure option minus soft loops. You can buy the holster in the link below so you can take charge and carry it with confidence.